I believe it was very, very important because when I was at UC Berkeley doing my doctoral program, I would say that I was very isolated as a minority student. And there are very few minority students, but there was not a spirit for, I think, sort of the struggles that minority students might go through or encounter to get through a PhD program, or even the types of research that minority students might be interested in doing, which reflect maybe their need and their desire to help certain populations with certain questions, especially cultural questions. I think that when I went into social work, I was in my mid-30s. I went back to get a master's degree and a PhD. I think that for me, it wasn't very clear to me, even though I had a certain interest for ethnic minority mental health and helping especially Asian American immigrant populations, I think it wasn't very clear to me how to do that and to what extent I should work toward that goal. And I think it's just more of an inspirational, emotional type of support, and the structure of it, which gave us a lot of exposure to different researchers who did the types of work that I would have been interested in, and giving practical guidance. But I would just say to be with a group of people who do really represent sort of a huge minority group, and to some extent, given I think for many of the minority fellows, maybe the family and other background information, that we come from, I think that solidarity and a group ambiance and a group environment which supports really beginning to develop what we should do and what we can do and have a spirit for doing that. I would say that my relationship, especially with our director, Dr. Aracelis Francis, especially because I did have some difficulties in integrating into my program at UC Berkeley, and she was very instrumental in resolving that and helping to resolve that in a very professional way and in a very ethical way as well. So that stands out for me, and I mentioned that for that reason. But as far as the colleagues I've made, I think that we've kept in touch and we come and meet again over the years here. That's been extremely important to have this place here at the annual conference, because I'm not living near these colleagues, and with a few of them, I think we supported each other through telephone contacts during a number of years, a few years especially, while we were trying to graduate and after we graduated. And I've lost touch with them since then, but it was very important initially.